good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Rhodes-Reeves Fieldhouse here on the campus of Harding University for today's matchup, featuring the 15th ranked Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm and the Harding University Bisons. Ladies and gentlemen, James Hill here on the call with you this afternoon. So glad you could join us wherever you may be this evening. And we should be in for an interesting contest. It is a game SNU's looking to bounce back from when they were stunned on Thursday. Got knocked off by, at the time, a winless Arkansas Tech team. Winless in conference play, I should say. They did have some wins in the regular season, but winless in conference play. Just a game that a lot of people didn't see coming. Arkansas Tech came to play and came away with the victory, and SNU's going to look to respond here on the road against a Harding squad coming in with a 5-8 record, 3-4 in the GAC. SNU 12-3 overall, 5-2 in the GAC. And so that's going to be kind of the question today. How does SNU respond? We got the starting lineups coming up here in just a moment. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back for tip-off between Southern Nazarene and Harding. So back here with you between Southern Nazarene and Harding. Quickly going to go through tonight's starting lineup. First for the Bison from Harding, they are the home team today. Starting at guard, a senior from Arlington, Texas, number 1, J.B. Long. Starting at guard, a senior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 3, Reggie Anthony. Starting at guard, a freshman from Forest City, Arkansas, number 22, Tyler Hutchinson. And starting at forward, a junior from Jonesboro, Arkansas, number 34, Adam Horn. And starting at forward, a sophomore from Fayetteville, Arkansas, number 44, J.P. Brandon. National anthem up. We'll be right back with SNU starters. So national anthem complete here. Again, those starting lineups for Harding: Long, Anthony, Hutchinson, Horn, Brandon. On the other side for SNU, it is the same lineup we have seen the last few games. Starting at guard, a junior from OKC, the point guard, number 3, Micah Spate. Starting at guard, a senior from Mansfield, Texas, number 15, Zach Johnson. Your 3, a junior out of San Antonio, Texas, number 25, Jonathan Dunn. At forward, a senior from Bryan, Texas, number 22, Quaylen Newton. And finally, down low, the center, a senior from Hutchinson, Kansas, number 32, Noah Starkey. The head coaches for each side: Adam Bohach, the head coach for SNU in his 11th season. On the other side, the head coach for Harding, Jeff Morgan, in his 27th season. Over 200 wins for Coach Bohach, over 400 wins for Coach Morgan. These two guys who have been around for a long time. So the Bison being introduced right now. SNU leads this series 8-6. Southern Nazarene has won 5 straight over the Bison and 2 straight in the Rhodes-Reeves Fieldhouse. And they're looking to get back on track after that tough loss on Thursday night. SNU, one thing they're going to have to get is going to have to get Jonathan Dunn going. Dunn only had 9 points, had a very tough shooting night, and ended up fouling out of that Arkansas Tech game. SNU is also going to have to pick it up on the defensive end. So we are set to go here. First thing you'll kind of notice right off the bat is the size difference. SNU has a lot of size over Harding here in the early going. Looks like their tallest starter, looks like it would be either Adam Horn or JP Brandon. Horn 6'6", Brandon 6'5". As we said, not a lot of height. Again, those starters again, SNU, Spate, Johnson, Newton, Dunn, Starkey, Harding, Long, Anthony, Hale, Horn, and Brandon. And I believe that we had 22 initially. It was actually 21 Colin Hale, the junior guard out of Aransas Pass, Texas, who's actually getting the start, as opposed to Hutchinson. That was something the live stats were reading there. So got that straightened out, and we are set to go here in Searcy. It's going to be Starkey set to jump with Brandon. Good crowd on hand here. Harding classes don't start for them until Monday, but still a good crowd here in the Road Reeves Fieldhouse. We are underway. Harding wins the tip-off. Brandon getting up there with Starkey. And JV Long going to bring it down. Long going to come off a screen, goes inside to Brandon. Brandon goes up, gets Starkey in the air, and draws the foul and one. Well, that's the start you want if you're Harding. So Brandon to the line. Looking to make it a three-point play. And he does. So 3-0 so far. Brandon only 8.8 points per game, or 7.6 I should say, but went right at Starkey. First play of the game on that pick and roll. Spate going to get it to Zach Johnson, and here we go. Back to Spate, open for three at the wing. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes out to Anthony. Reggie Anthony brings it forward for Harding. Gets it to Long. They're looking to go inside to Brandon. Brandon's going to back down Starkey. And he's stuck and gets it back out. They'll go right back to him, almost taken away. Brandon somehow comes up with it. Hale going to drive baseline. Gets it out the Horn. They're going to move it around. Good defense here by SNU. Anthony going to go up. Blocked by Newton, but they're going to call a foul. And they're going to call the foul on Newton. Questionable call there. That's Newton's second, too. It looked like Newton got all ball on that one. And nonetheless, it's going to be 2 free throws here for Reggie Anthony. Harding already ahead 3-0 here. Can't extend it. First free throw off the mark. Newton will take a seat. And into the game is R.J. Palmer, the senior forward from Tampa, Florida. He had a career high 21 points on Thursday night in the loss to Tech. Second free throw's up and good. So early 4-0 lead here for Harding. Zach Johnson will take it and bring it forward. He said, good crowd on hand here at Harding. Johnson off a screen from Palmer. They'll take another screen from Palmer. They'll go inside Noah Starkey. Starkey makes a move in the post, goes up with it, and draws the foul, and he will go to the line for 2. And that's going to be on JP Brandon. You got to think if you're SNU, you're going to have that all game long. The option of dominating the post. You have the size advantage, especially with Noah. R.J. Palmer also with a little bit of a size discrepancy. First free throw from Starkey is up and good. And SNU is on the board. One more coming up here from Noah Starkey. That one off the back iron and no good, but it's going to be a lane violation, and so Starkey will get a second chance on that second free throw. So the second free throw from Starkey. That one off the back iron, no good. Very unlike Noah Starkey to miss 2 free throws like that. He did get the first one, though, and it's 4-1. Long going to drive, kicks. They're going to move it around to Anthony, gets it to Hale. Colin Hale going to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Horn. Horn back to Hale. Hale at the wing, going to go inside. Brandon going to go down on Starkey. Big block. Bold move there to try to back down Starkey. Palmer gets it, draws the foul on Brandon, and just like that, he's going to have 2 fouls. Check that. They're actually going to call JV Long. Thought they got Brandon there for just a second. But Long called for the foul. Spate to inbound from the baseline. Gets it to Starkey. Starkey trying to get it to Dunn. And it's going to be a turnover on SNU. Didn't quite catch what it was, but it's Harding basketball. Long off a screen. Long going to get it out to Brandon, and it's going to be a charge. Good job there. Micah Spate just set up, trapped JP Brandon into it, and initiated contact, and he will check out of the game, and into the game will be Roman Martin, 5'11" freshman from Bryant, Arkansas. Palmer gets it into Zach Johnson, and Johnson's going to bring it forward. Johnson goes to Micah Spate. Spate hands it off to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn off a screen from Starkey, gets it inside to Starkey. Starkey with a lot of hands in there, but he goes up and lays it in. Starkey had an opening to the basket. Somebody got a hand in there, but he was able to corral it back and get the easy lay-in. JV Long off a screen. Tough jumper, no good. Rebound to Dunn. Dunn going to bring it forward for SNU. Dunn drives, draws the foul on Anthony. That'll be his first. And you don't like to see this so early in the ballgame. Both teams racking up fouls. The bonus is at 7. Harding's already at 4. Free throws aren't really fun to watch, but you take them any way you can get. Dunn blows by his man, goes up to the rim, and draws another charge. This time Anthony takes the charge. Was flirting a little bit with that restriction line, but had to have been just outside of it to draw that charge call. So Long will bring it forward. Slow start, both sides. As we said, just kind of a lot of fouls in the early going. Anthony going to drive down the paint. Big block there by R.J. Palmer. Spate coming back the other way in transition. He goes up, misses the lay-in. Johnson with the rebound. Gets 2 men in the air and 1. Zach Johnson following the shot. And he goes to the line for a 3-point play. It all started on the huge block by R.J. Palmer. So Johnson to the line. He's been in the starting lineup as of late, especially for his defensive prowess. Free throw is up and off the mark. SNU struggled with free throws against Tech. So far, 1 of 3 today. Driving the basket and going up, and another block shot, this time from Noah Starkey. Horn tried to drive the lane, and Starkey sent it towards the baseline. And it'll be baseline out of bounds here for Harding. Driving is Hale. Horn's going to travel. .54 is your score here early on. SNU on top. Coming forward is Zach Johnson. Johnson off a screen from Palmer. Johnson looking to go inside to Starkey, and we're going to get another foul. It's going to be on Adam Horn, just trying to prevent that entry pass. And we're going to see some substitutions. Second ones today, actually. Gabriel Divic, the 6'6" forward freshman out of Croatia, into the game, and then Gojko Djokovic, the junior out of Serbia, has a little bit more size to him, coming in at 6'9", tallest player on this Harding team. You got to think they're putting him in for that matchup purpose against Starkey. Micah Spate drives. They're going to go inside to Starkey. Back out to Dunn. Dunn from the corner for 3, off the mark. Rebound down to Divic. Hale with it. Hale trying to go inside, and it's intercepted. It was looking for Djokovic, and Starkey plucked it out of the air. Spate with it. Spate off a screen. He's going to pull up for three. Off the mark, no good. This has been SNU's problem on the road, just struggling to shoot. Hale tried to save a pass, couldn't. It's 4-on-1 for SNU. R.J. Palmer, coast to coast. And it's a 7-4 game. JV Long on the other way. Going to give it to Hale in the corner. Hale going to drive. Taken away momentarily by Palmer, but Hale gets it back. Martin with it, back to Hale. They're going to go inside to Djokovic. Outside to Long. Long tries to drive. Oh, and they're going to get a foul, a reach in there on R.J. Palmer. Looked like he had a second steal. Instead, he gets nailed with the foul. We're going to take a timeout on the floor. 15:30 to play in the first half. Southern Nazarene leads Harding 7-4.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
They're trying to get the score figured out here. We have 7-4 on our end. They have 8-4 down there. We're pretty sure it's 7-4 right now. Nonetheless, Harding's going to inbound. Jordan West, who just checked into the game, is going to send it back to JV Long, and Harding sets their offense. And it's going to be a moving screen on Djokovic. And the biggest thing you're seeing early on here is SNU's defense just has done a 180 from Thursday. They are very active right now, active hands. They are moving well. They're switching well. They're doing about everything right on the defensive end early on. Dunn with it at the wing. Gets it to Starkey, top of the arc. Back to Dunn. Dunn, mid-range jumper. Good. And that's what you want to see right there. Jonathan Dunn just outside the elbow. Again, we still have 9-4. It's showing 10-4 on the board. Long with it. Long to Djokovic. Djokovic gets it taken away by R.J. Palmer. That's about the third time Palmer has been able to reach in and take a pass away. Logan Hicks, who checked into the game on the timeout. Deep three from Dunn. Front iron, no good. And it will go out of bounds. Back to Harding. Hicks, junior guard out of Temple, Texas, the transfer from Midwestern into the game. And we have a timeout on the floor. Now we're talking here. Now we're just trying to get everything figured out here with the score right now. Again, we have 9-4. I have 9-4.
Yes. There are. She had him making that free throw.
He did not.
Okay. That's what they're saying.
They had Johnson making a free throw on a three-point play. He did not make that free throw. We'll certainly take it, but At the same time, he did not actually make it, so they're going to get this situation figured out. A little bit of a delay here. And so we will hold up here. SNU so far on the defensive end, though, they have forced Harding into 6 turnovers early on. They have been very active on this defensive end. You got to think it was a point of emphasis from Thursday night's game where they struggled. You know, Arkansas Tech hit some shots. You got to give them credit. You got to give credit where credit is due. But SNU did not have their best defensive game either. I think it was one thing Coach Bohach was a little disappointed in. So we're having a conversation, talking to Coach Bohach right now. It's still 9-4 on our end. It's still 10-4 on the board. At the end of the day, what's in the book is what's accurate. So if the book says 10-4, then it is 10-4. No matter what you've seen with your eyes, the book is the most accurate thing. So it's 10-4. We're going with 10-4. Just give him the made free throw. Up and in with the layup is Roman Martin to end we'll call now a 10-0 run by SNU. And it's now 10-6 Crimson Storm. Palmer up from the free throw line. Tough shot, no good. Rebound by Martin. Good defense there by the Bison. Djokovic calling for it in the post. Instead, getting it will be West. Martin's going to take a three-pointer and knocks it down. 5 straight points from Roman Martin off the bench, and it's a 10-9 game now. Logan Hicks now with it at the top of the arc. Gets it to Dunn. Dunn drives, mid-range jumper, off the mark, no good. Djokovic gets the rebound, and it goes down to West. West drives, tough shot, no good. Rebound by Starkey. Good defense there by Logan Hicks. Dunn drives, kicks, Hicks, 3, off the mark. Martin pulls the rebound down. Harden running the other way, it's Long with it. JV Long goes up on Starkey, can't get it to fall. Djokovic back up and lays it in. And Harding pulls back ahead. Harding responding with a little 7-0 run of their own. SNU has suddenly cooled down from the field. Spate tried to throw an alley-oop to Starkey. It was off the mark. Starkey couldn't catch it. Long gets it over to Divic, who drives the lane and draws the foul. The foul will be on Palmer. That'll be his second. So now two fouls on both Palmer and Quaylen Newton. Actually, no, they're calling the first foul on Palmer. Thought he had one earlier. So Divic at the line, 2 free throws. First one is good. So we see a slew of substitutions into the game. Number 10, Tyler Roth into the game for Harding for Southern Nazarene. Newton's going to check back in along with Brady Mulkey. Mulkey making his first appearance. Johnson also back in the game. Mulkey, a 6'7 junior out of Royce City, Texas. Second free throw is good. Suddenly it's a 9-0 run here for Harding. And a 13-10 game. Again, the stats are still showing 13-9. We're still trying to get that all figured out. We're pretty sure we had it right over here, but 13-10 is what the scoreboard is showing, so we're going with that for now. Hicks, jumper mid-range, no good. Newton with the rebound, goes back up hard in the paint and lays it in. Quaylen Newton with the putback. Driving is Divic, gets it to West. West going to drive, and they're going to get Hicks with a touch foul. Well, SNU's shooting free throws the rest of the half, and one more foul from SNU, and Harding will be shooting free throws the rest of the half. So, folks, get comfortable. We're probably going to have a long game if we're already going to be seeing free throws with 12:18 remaining in the first. Divic going to hand it off to Roth. Roth looking to drive on Dunn. Good defense. Divic going to put a 3 up, and they call a foul. That is an unbelievably bad call. And it's going to be the third on Newton. And Newton gets his third foul on just not a very good call. And so Divic goes to the line for 3. I don't know where there was contact there. You know Newton's got to be frustrated with that. You can see look on his face how frustrated he is. Newton's got to come back out. They did the substitution too early because there's 3 free throws. Second free throw, good. 1 more to go. Now Ashton Charles into the game. Kind of similar to what we're seeing from the women's game earlier. Already 8 free throws for Harding in the first 12 minutes. That'll make a difference. 7 of the 16 points for Harding so far have come at the charity stripe. And we're going to get a foul off the ball on Anthony. And to the line will be Jonathan Dunn when we come back. 11:58 to play. Harding leads Southern Nazarene 16-12.
54.
When a customer is on the fence about buying a car, we should
Give him a hug.
No. Next.
Full frontal?
No way. Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade them?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 1950.
$11:58 to play in the first half. And as we said, folks, get comfortable because both teams are in the bonus on the under 12 media timeout. So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of free throws based on what we've seen early on. The first free throw from Jonathan Dunn, leading scorer on this team. He gets that one to fall. Dunn, the reigning GAC player of the year, 18.3 points per game. He's shooting 49% from the field, shooting an incredible 43% from behind the arc, 80% at the line, averaging 4.7 rebounds and 24 steals. And a little bit of confusion right now. I don't know, Coach Bohotch not happy the buzzer had gone off in the middle of Dunn's, I guess, free throw. Second free throw from Dunn is good. Starkey going to check into the game for Mulkey. Mulkey doing a nice job there in a couple minutes of work. And back come the Bison. Roth going to bring it forward. Going to hand off to Anthony. Gives it to Divic. Roth again. Gets it to Djokovic. Good ball movement here from Harding. Djokovic with it inside. Djokovic backs down Starkey. Tough shot, no good. Good defense there from Starkey. Charles with the rebound. Jonathan Dunn brings it forward here for the Crimson Storm. Dunn crosses over. Nice dribbling there. Crosses up Roth. Drives, goes to Charles, wide open for three. Off the mark, no good. Starkey tried with the putback. Charles runs up and gets the rebound, goes up, and he's called for a travel. And so back the other way, it goes to Harding. My only guess is Charles, a little tough to see from here. Maybe shuffled his feet down there. It was a little tough to see. Roth brings it forward. Roth will come off a screen from Djokovic. Gets it to the corner for Anthony. West now will drive. And taken away. What a steal there by Zach Johnson. Johnson takes it right away from West. Just strips it from him as he was driving to the basket. Logan Hicks will take it. Dunn goes to the ground. Now gets bumped by Roth. Kind of missed the initial one, but they get him on the second bump, and Dunn's going back to the line for 2 more free throws. Spate into the game for Hicks. Long also back into the game, and then Alex Francis checking into the game for Harding. So SNU down by 2. Has 2 free throws coming up here for Jonathan Dunn. First one is up and off the mark, and the rebound comes down to Long. Long going to go coast to coast, misses the layup though. Rebound by Djokovic, he is stuck, and then it's taken away by Micah Spate. Spate going to go the other way. What a pass to Johnson, and one! What a pass by Micah Spate. And a 3-point opportunity for Johnson as Dunn's going to check out of the game. Coleman Edwards into the game for the first time today, a 6'1 senior out of Sugar Land, Texas, wearing number 10. Free throw is up, and that free throw goes down. So SNU moves back ahead 17-16. Roman Martin back into the game for Harding. So J.V. Long brings it forward. They're going to work it around to Martin. Martin goes to Divic, a 3-pointer off the mark. Really quick release there from Divic. Spate with the rebound. Micah Spate. Spate going to come off a screen. Backs it back out. Looking to get inside to Starkey. He does. Starkey backs Djokovic down. Goes up and gets the baby hook to fall in the paint. SNU up by 3. Long to Divic. And they'll move it around to Francis. Back to Divic. Charles defending. They'll move it all the way around to Martin and the wing. They'll go inside to Djokovic. Back around to Long. Johnson defending. Long takes a tough 3-pointer. No good. Rebound by Starkey. Great defense again by SNU. Micah Spate brings it forward. Spate to Charles. Charles going to take a 3-pointer, and it is on target. Ashton Charles from beyond the arc, and SNU back up by 6. It's a 10-0 run for the Crimson Storm. Divic with it. Divic drives. Oh, taken away. Good defense again. Tried to go inside. Divic just kind of missed the pass. Went into the hands of Edwards. They'll go inside to Starkey. Starkey backs down, goes up hard, and draws the foul. Noah Starkey to the line for 2 free throws. Foul will go against Djokovic. That is his second. Starkey already at 5 points so far today. First free throw is up, and it is good. Roth back into the game, as well as Adam Horn. Divic and Djokovic back out. So a smaller lineup in the game for Harding. One more free throw here for Starkey, and that one is good. 12-0 run here for SNU. They lead by 8, 24-16. Roth going to go over to Horn. Moving around to Martin. Martin drives. Oh, almost got blocked instead. Draws a foul, and it's going to be 2 shots for Martin. They're going to get that one on Johnson. That is his second. Dunn will get ready to check back in. Martin so far today, 5 points. Looking to add to that total here. Martin's actually the only player on the floor right now who has scored. JV Long, the leading scorer for Harding, as the first free throw is off the mark. Currently 0 for 4 right now. Dunn into the game. Johnson going to check out. One more free throw coming up here for Martin. That one is good. And so it's 24-17. A little bit of a full court press shown by Harding, but just putting a little pressure on the ball handler, but backing off. Spate going to go to Charles. Charles to Dunn. Dunn inside to Starkey. Starkey! Huge slam! Lead back out to 9. Martin with it at the wing. Martin with Spate defending. They'll kick it out to Francis. To Roth, goes inside to Long. Long with Starkey defending. He drives baseline. Oh, and they get Starkey with a foul. Long just kind of ran into him. So it'll be a 1-and-1. First foul on Starkey. Mo Wilson Jr., the freshman out of OKC, into the game. He's going to check in for Charles, and then back into the game is Colin Hale for Harding. So a 1-and-1 here for Adam Horn. First one is up and is short. Coleman Edwards pulls the rebound down. 14-1 run in the last 3.5 minutes here for SNU. Edwards takes it top of the arc. Back to Spate. Wide open for 3. It's good! Micah Spate for 3. Timeout on the floor from Harding. And SNU on a 17-1 run takes a 29-17 lead. We will take a quick break. We'll be right back. Again, SNU on top, 29-17.
The Great American Conference Basketball Championship Tournament returns to the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, March 7th through the 10th. It's all on the line as the league's top teams battle for the conference title and an automatic spot in the NCAA Division II Basketball Regionals. For ticket information and to follow GAC basketball throughout the season, visit GreatAmericanConference.com. The GAC Basketball Tournament, March 7th through the 10th. The Great American Conference Basketball Championship Tournament returns to the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, March 7th through the 10th. It's all on the line as the league's top teams battle for the conference title and an automatic spot in the NCAA Division II Basketball Regionals. For ticket information and to follow GAC basketball throughout the season, visit
8:17 to play in the first half. Southern Nazarene leads Harding 29-17. As JV Long takes the inbounds pass from Martin and brings it forward. Long going to come off a screen, drives, kicks it out to Hale. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Jonathan Dunn. Dunn sends it back to Micah Spate. Spate going to come off a screen from Mo Wilson, the freshman. Out to Dunn, inside to Starkey. Another big slam for Noah Starkey. Harding has no answer so far for Noah Starkey. He's up to 11. And it's a 14-point lead for the Crimson Storm. Martin goes up, big block. We're going to say Starkey got it, and then what a play by Dunn. He goes out of bounds. I think it'll remain Harding, but did get a timeout in. Not really sure what just happened. Dunn went diving for it. I think he went out of bounds. But what a play by Dunn nonetheless. You could see the SNU bench just erupt just from the effort by Jonathan Dunn. Hale going to inbound it to Long. Out to Hale at the wing. Hale going to get over to West. West's going to drive. They're going to get a foul on Wilson. Thought it was going to be a block momentarily by Starkey, but Wilson got his hand in there. There'll be 2 shots here for Jordan West, the freshman out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. It was a 19-1 run by SNU in the last 4.5 minutes. First free throw is off the mark by West. It is the double bonus. We have the double bonus on both sides the rest of the way. Second free throw coming up here. That one's off the mark, and the run's going to continue. Micah Spate's going to walk it forward. Spade off a screen from Starkey. Goes to Mo Wilson. Wilson going to go back to Coleman Edwards. Edwards drives. Mid-range jumper from the corner. No good. And the rebound to Long. Martin going to drive. And gets a nice layup to fall. Got it over the outstretched hands of Starkey. Meanwhile, Spate was going ahead, I think, looking for Starkey. Starkey was not looking up, and it sails out of bounds. Logan Hicks into the game. They're going to get Coleman Edwards. So Hicks into the ball game. Still a 12-point lead here for SNU as JV Long brings it forward. They'll work it around to Martin. Martin going to get it out to Long. He'll take a three-pointer. It is good. So Long knocks the 3 down and cuts it to 9. Gets this crowd something here to try and get back into this game. Dunn at the wing. They're going to go inside to Starkey. Starkey triple teamed almost there, and he draws the foul. That one's going to be on West. First free throw coming up here for Noah Starkey. Short. $11 points so far today for Starkey, 3 rebounds and 3 block shots. Second free throw's up, and it is good. The lead back out to 10 here for Southern Nazarene. Martin with it at the wing. Martin gonna drive, pulls back, lost his shoe for a minute. His shoe's still falling off right now. West gonna drive, almost taken away. You thought there'd be a jump ball, but no jump ball called. Nice job by West staying with it. Hicks had tied him up. Spate with it now. Spate inside to Starkey. Starkey back out to Spate. Spate drives, Hicks wide open for 3, pump fakes, goes for the layup. And it'll be a blocking foul. The other one was about to, who did not have the position, was about to call a charge, but the one on the baseline calls a block. So Hicks will go to the line for 2. Hicks just a tad gimpy getting up. So Hicks going to go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw from Hicks is good. Ashton Charles checking in the game, so still a little bit of confusion as far as just some communication from the officials to the scorer's table. One more coming up here for Logan Hicks. Free throw is up, and it is good, and the lead back out to 10, now at 34-24. Martin coming back the other way here. Gets it to West at the wing. West going to go to Long. Long looking to drive. Kicks it out to West. West couldn't finish the layup, and then a late foul call. They're going to call it on Charles. I'm going to say a hit to the face. So 2 free throws coming up here for West. He's 0 for 2 so far at the line. First one's up and good. One more free throw coming up. That one is good, so West redeems himself. Dunn's going to take the pass, a little full court pressure here from Harding. Hicks now, back out to Spate. Nice fake pass. Spate will take the 3 and knock it down. Micah Spate. Second three-pointer of the game. He's up to 6, and SNU's lead out to 11. Hale with it. Hale crosses over, drives, kicks. Long going to drive. Oh, block shot there by Dunn. Back the other way. Logan Hicks with it. Hicks loses the ball, and it's taken away by Hale. Hale going to go up and lay it in. Hicks got a little maybe too fancy with his dribbling and just lost control. Spate going to hand it off to Dunn. Hands it off to Charles. A little weave here by SNU. Spate going to kick it out to Hicks. Hicks going to take a three-pointer. Well off the mark. And a couple forgettable possessions there for Logan Hicks. Long going to bring it forward here for Harding. Hand off to Martin. Martin steps back, three-pointer. On the money. And it's down to a 6-point game. Harding just making some shots now. Charles takes the pass. Back to Spate. Spate going to look to answer with a 3 of his own off the mark. And out of bounds. SNU kind of getting away a little bit from what's been their bread and butter, and that's Noah Starkey. We're going to have a timeout on the floor, 3:51 to play. SNU still leading at 37-31.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
.351 to play in the first half. Southern Nazarene leading Harding 37-31. Harding climbing back into it, have made 5 of their last 6 shots. As Long will bring it forward here for Harding. Long looking to drive. Hale now with it. Hale to West. Looking to go inside Djokovic, who just checked into the game, with Palmer defending. Hale drives. Hale, tough mid-range jumper, and he gets it to fall. Pretty good defense there by SNU, and now it's a 4-point game. SNU's led by as many as 14. Dunn with it. Dunn to Palmer. Palmer back to Dunn, three-pointer on the way. It's good. Jonathan Dunn for three. He's got 7. And the lead back out to 7. Martin with it. Martin off a screen. Good defense there by Spate. Gets it to West. West now looking to drive. Actually gets it out to Hale. Hale gets his man in the air. Good help there by Charles, though, to close out on that shot. Spate brings it forward. Spate to Dunn. Dunn hands it off to Spate. Spate long three-pointer on the money. Micah Spate for a 3, back-to-back three-pointers. Gets it back out to a 10-point lead. Long with it. Long off a screen from Djokovic. Kick it out to Martin. They're trying to, Djokovic just calling for it. Long with it. Long going to go cross court to West. He can't catch the basketball, but he corrals it back. Then he loses it. Taken away by Logan Hicks. Hicks looking to run. Hicks going to go up and can't get the layup to fall. West on the other end. Offensive foul, runs right over Micah Spate. And it'll be SNU basketball. There's some wild exchanges here, if you will, in these last couple of minutes. Divic back into the game for West. And it will be Micah Spate bringing it forward. That was the second foul on West. Hicks to Dunn. Dunn to Spate. Spade off a screen from Palmer. Goes inside to RJ Palmer with the dunk on the assist from Micah Spate. Long with it. Long to Hale. Hale going to come off a screen. Drives. Goes around. Going to go to Divic. He'll take a three-pointer. It's on the money. And we are down to about 1 minute remaining in this half. 4 three-pointers now for Harding in the first half. 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. Spate going to take the pass. Spate, pullback jumper, no good. Rebound by Hale. Hale drives, kicks. Divic looking to answer again. Off the back iron, no good. Micah Spate pulls it down. 5 seconds remaining. Or excuse me, 5 seconds between the shot and game clock, and a quick timeout for SNU will be a 30-second. No, they're going to take a 30-second, I believe. Bo Hodge is going to let them know that it is a 30-second timeout. Interesting first half, to say the least, but SNU, as we said, on top, 45-36, shooting 47% from the field, 15 of 32, 5 of 14 from behind the arc, 10 of 13 at the free throw line. Harding 11 of 26, 42% from the field, 4 of 8 from behind the arc, and 10 of 15 from the free throw line. The big difference so far, SNU has forced Harding into 11 turnovers in the first half. SNU only turning it over 5 times themselves. That has been the main difference maker. SNU also leading in rebounding 17-15, and then 10 assists in the first half for SNU to only 3 from Harding. Charles will get it in to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn being defended by Long. He'll come off a screen from Charles. Charles wide open on the wing. They trying to run some clock, I believe. Dunn tried to draw a foul, no call on contact. Martin now brings it forward. Martin kicks to Hale. Hale will kick out the long. 3 seconds on the clock. Hale at the buzzer, no good, and that'll end the first half. 45-36 is your score. SNU leading Harding. And we'll have the halftime show coming up. We should have Trent May actually joining us. We didn't get him at the end of the women's game. We think he will be joining us here at halftime in the men's game to discuss their contest, and then we'll have also first half stats. Again, your score at halftime, SNU 45, Harding 36.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character. And then creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go. Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Halftime here of the men's game, SNU leading Harding 45-36. Special guest here at halftime. We have head coach Trent May from the SNU women's team. They fall 66-53 to Harding. Coach, appreciate you joining us here at half. Obviously, it was a tough start to the game. You guys kind of dug yourselves in a little bit of a hole early on, really had to battle back. And in the second half, you were able to get it down to a one-possession game. Just talk about the fight and resolve from these girls in the second half.
Yeah, that's the part where we're making strides. We're making strides in that area, just being able to compete and giving ourselves opportunities. And so definitely proud of their effort on that side. I wish we had done some things a little bit more that we've been accustomed to lately. That's been a big reason why we've been getting the success we have. And we didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Offensive rebounding we knew was going to be super difficult today, and we made it more difficult and gave them some second chance opportunities. And so just it comes down to little things right there, and controllables of things that we're again capable of doing, and that you wish on the road game like today, after a successful game on Thursday night, that we would have had the resolve to make sure we did those little things really well.
Talk a little bit about tonight's defensive effort. They did hit some three-pointers, but overall, they shot 17 of 62 from the field. They only shot 27% from the field. And so a little bit of credit to what your defense was able to do to kind of force them into some tough shots.
Well, and when our shots aren't falling, that's what we got to rely on that first and foremost. And so that's how we got back in the game. We were getting stops and be able to get going a little run ourselves back in the third quarter. And like you said, got it into a one-possession game, and that's we just had to battle all game. And sometimes you want to make it easier for yourself, and we didn't. And at the end, we couldn't could sustain their toughness. And so when those things happen, that's how you end up on the losing end. But I was definitely proud of their composure at times. That we didn't fold. We kept battling. It just sometimes you want those little breaks to go your way, and when they don't, you're up against the wall.
Talk a little bit. You had one player that really stood out off the bench today. That was Sonia Sarda. She plays 24 minutes today. Made some big plays on the defensive end. Came up with some steals. Came up with some assists on the other end. Just did a lot of good things for you off the bench. Talk about her performance and how she was able to stand out today.
Well, she did a great job taking care of the ball first and foremost. She had 4 assists and 0 turnovers, and that's huge. we did a good job as a team actually in the second half taking care of the ball, and I went too happy at half with 10 because again that's every possession matters, right?
Right.
But we did a good job in the second half with only 4. But then again, like I said, Sonya 4 assists, 0 turnovers, so she really did a good job on that. We needed some scoring, especially late in the second half, and we were hoping to find that. And again, we don't knock down those shots. You're not going to find many opportunities to overcome the deficit we were in. But definitely pleased with the way that she took care of the ball and was looking for her teammates.
Talk also a little bit about Abby Nehus. She had a nice game as well. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 7 blocks. I mean, just talk about her presence in the lane, offensively, obviously, but especially defensively, and what she brings to this team with her presence.
Yeah, she just does a great job inside for us, And I know one of these days, she's had many double-doubles, but one of these days she's going to have a triple-double. And it's probably going to be those rebounds, blocks and points. And, she's on the doorstep. And
right.
So, but that's just, what she does. And she's a good thing for us. I really thought if she stayed, on the floor and wasn't in foul trouble and we could limit their other posts, that we'd have a great chance. And we did both those things, but it didn't turn out the way, again, we liked. But she did a good job, and she was battling, and she got double teamed, and they just kept rotating some bigs in on her. And but she did a good job of just finding and competing the whole game.
All right, we'll head back to Oklahoma after this one, and we'll get ready for Thursday. You're heading over to Bison Hill. You're heading to Shawnee. I mean, you're a former player here. You know what it's like to go that way and play the rivals down there in Oklahoma Baptist. Talk about the excitement getting into that game down the road and getting ready for that one.
Well, it's been a while, but for us right now, every team's a rival. So, whether it be today or next Thursday or next Saturday or week after, it's just like, for me, there's blood in the water, and that's every team. And so we got to take, again, Thursday's a big game because it's the next one, and so we got to do our job and take care of business there and get back on our winning streak and our winning ways. And so we'll look to do that this next week for practice.
Head coach Trent May, as we said, you can catch him on Thursday as SNU will head to Shawnee to take on Oklahoma Baptist beginning at 5:30. We hope you will join us for that broadcast, or you can even join us in Shawnee, only a 45-minute drive if you're in that OKC area. So we hope to see you out there. We're at halftime, absolutely. We're at halftime of the men's game. SNU leads 45-36. We're going to take a break. We'll have some first half stats coming your way shortly. Again, your halftime score, the 15th ranked Southern Nazarene 45, Harding 36. Still trying to get the scoreboard issue figured out and what the score actually is. Now, we're pretty positive up here the score actually should be 44-36, not 45-36. I think we're all pretty sure with that when they're trying to catch the error. However, the question is if that can be correctable at this point. On that, we do not know. They're reviewing it right now, and so we're going to have, I think, a later start to the second half as they try to get this figured out. So we'll be waiting here for just a minute to see what the final ruling is going to be here in a moment. A little bit of a mess here, but you also want the score to be right, so. So as the officials take a look at this, we're going to take a look at some first half stats. Southern Nazarene, as we said, leading what we think is 45-36 right now. They shot 15 of 33 in the first half, shooting 46%. 5 of 14 from behind the arc, and 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Harding 11-27 from the field, 4 for 8 from behind the arc, and 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Noah Starkey leads the way with 12 points, as well as 3 boards and 3 blocks. Micah Spate with 9 points. Jonathan Dunn with 7 points. Zach Johnson with 6 as well. Roman Martin's leading Harding off the bench with 11 points. Colin Hale with 4, Jordan West with 4, Gabriel Divich with 8. JV Long, the leading scorer, no points so far in this contest. They've kept Long bottled up so far today. So as we said, we're just kind of waiting to get this issue resolved. And we're just waiting. And I have a feeling it's going to go down to 44-36 in just a moment. So now the officials talking with the scorebook. Both teams ready to go here, but we're going to get, like I said, this issue resolved finally. Probably should have done it earlier, as in when the issue first arose, but we waited till halftime and then waited till the end of halftime, where both teams are now just standing around. But nonetheless, now both coaches are going to be called over. Coach Bohach and Coach Morgan. And now the score is 44-36. So that's going to be it, it looks like. It is officially changed, as I am just told by the Harding Sports Information staff. And I just want to point out to all the fans at home that Nathan over here at Harding had it right the whole time. But no one wanted to listen to him. So Coach Bohach and Coach Morgan still in the huddle here. So anyways, we're live here at Rhodes Reeves Fieldhouse. I think we're finally ready to go. Everybody is settled that the score is indeed 44-36 in favor of SNU. That free throw percentage drops to 9 of 13 as opposed to 10 of 13, but minus that, SNU will set to inbound. Of course, it will probably be a 1-point game, because why wouldn't it? SNU with the ball. Zach Johnson with it at the wing. Going to get it out to Jonathan Dunn, top of the arc. Dunn going to go inside to Starkey. Starkey backs his man down, goes up, can't get it to fall. Newton with the rebound and the lay-in. And SNU's lead already back to 10. Long going to bring it back down for the Bison. Gets it to Long, gets it inside. To Brandon, tough shot in the paint, good defense there by Starkey. Micah Spate going up and rising, getting it over Newton. On the other end, Zach Johnson with a good drive into the lane and lay-in. And SNU pushes it out to 12. Reggie Anthony bringing it down for Harding. Same starters on both sides. Horn with it, goes inside to Brandon, tips it out to Long. Long gonna kick it out, almost taken away. Oh, what a play there! And it will be a steal for Newton. On the other end, Spate almost taken away. It'll stay with SNU, but what a play by Quaylen Newton. Diving on the floor and knocking it away. And it's SNU basketball. Spate to inbound on the baseline. Spate needs to get it in. He's got to hurry, and he gets it to Starkey. Spate going to take it back. Thought about a three. We'll get it out to Dunn, top of the arc. Dunn moves it over to Johnson. They'll get it to Noah Starkey. Hands it off to Spate. Spate pump fakes, drives. Floater in the lane, no good. And the rebound will go out of bounds into Harding. Tough little floater there by Spate. It's just a shot that's usually in his arsenal, but has been a little off the last few weeks. JV Long brings it forward for Harding, down by 12. Long comes off a screen. Good defense there by Johnson. Tries to go inside to Brandon. Brandon comes up with it, though, and then it's taken away. Good defense again by Noah Starkey. Starkey to Spate. Spate goes out to Johnson, back to Dunn. Dunn going to drive baseline, and it will go out of bounds, remain SNU basketball. Anthony knocks it out of the hands of Dunn. So Spate set to inbound. Gets it to Dunn. Dunn going to take a three-pointer from the wing. Off the mark, no good. Anthony with the rebound. Anthony looking to run. Anthony goes up, short, and then right ahead. Spate to Dunn. Jams it home. Actually ended up laying it in. Thought he was going to throw it down. He takes the easy layup instead, and it's 50-36 SNU. Hale's going to be in the corner. He pump fakes, drives, and it's taken away again. Dunn this time got a hand in. Dunn will go to Spate. He'll go to Johnson in the corner. They're trying to go inside to Starkey, and they're going to get a foul. It's going to be on JP Brandon. It's been a tough day for Brandon. That is his third foul, and just he's a 6'5" guy with a tall task trying to stop Noah Starkey. He's doing everything he can. But that's going to be his third foul. He's going to check back out. Divic into the game. And then Roman Martin, who had a nice first half, into the ball game. Alley-oop! Oh, goes off the back iron and then taken away by Newton. He throws it up to Starkey. What a play! Good hustle yet again by Quaylen Newton. Long gets it to Horn. They'll get it to Divic, who hands it off to Hale. Hale gonna go to Horn. Horn gonna try to drive. Tough shot, no good. Rebound by Spate. Spate tries to go ahead to Dunn, just a little too far. Spate kind of puts his hands on his head, knowing he just missed him there. 16-point lead now for SNU, their largest of the game thus far. They have started the half out on an 8-0 run. Divic, nice fake there. There's a little floater, no good. Starkey with the rebound. Spate. Spate to Dunn. They get it out to Spate as Dunn goes to the ground. They'll go inside to Newton. Newton kicks it out. Dunn pump fakes, steps in, mid-range jumper. It's good. And the lead's out to 18. Timeout Harding. 16:28 to play in the first half, and SNU leads 54-36.
GreatAmericanConference.com. The GAC Basketball Tournament, March 7th through the 10th. The Great American Conference Basketball Championship Tournament returns to the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, March 7th through the 10th. It's all on the line as the league's top teams battle for the conference title and an automatic spot in the NCAA Division II Basketball Regionals. For ticket information and to follow GAC basketball throughout the season, visit GreatAmericanConference.com. The GAC Basketball Tournament, March 7th through the 10th.
So SNU starts the half on a 10-0 run, and they now lead 54-36. Over Harding. Harding's going to get set to inbound. A lot of it's been thanks to just hustle plays by Quaylen Newton. He only played 4 minutes, actually 3 minutes in that first half. He's been a difference maker so far. Jumping all over the floor, coming up with steals, coming up with big plays as West has it. Just checked back into the game. Jordan West gets it over to Long, JV Long, going to get it to Horn, and back to West. West goes out to Long. Long going to drive. And they'll get it out to Horn. He'll take a three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Martin goes for the rebound. And they're going to get a foul on Micah Spate on the board. Only first team foul, first foul on Micah. Martin set to inbound here for Harding. You just hope more than anything for both sides that the fouls slow down a little bit. 12 minutes in the game, both teams are already in the bonus. You're hoping that's not the case here in the second half. Divich with it. Gets it to West. West going to drive baseline, and they'll get a foul on the floor. That'll be undone. That is the second undone, and we will go to another media timeout. 54-36 your score. SNU still on top. Again, fans, our next broadcast will be Thursday, January 17th, live from Bison Hill, as it'll be a rivalry matchup. SNU will take on OBU. We'll look forward to bringing you that matchup at 5:30 and 7:30. Should be great contests on hand. Divich with it, top of the arc. Divich going to give it to Long. Divich gets it back. Divich going to drive. Oh my goodness, what a block! Divich going in for the layup, and Noah Starkey just sends it into the crowd. Maybe his biggest block so far today. They'll get it back into Divich on the inbounds. Horn now with it. Goes to Martin. Martin back to Divich. Divich hands it off to West. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Divich is going to have to get a shot up. Off the mark, no good, but Martin gets the rebound. Almost another block, and then a couple offensive rebounds here. And Martin has it again before it's knocked away. Still has it, and finally draws a foul. SNU gave Harding about 5 chances there on that possession alone, and Martin finally at the line for 2 free throws. Starkey going to get called for the foul. Not much more frustrating in basketball when you can't pull the rebound down after some great stops on defense. First free throw from Martin is good. He's up to 12 now. That is the first points of the half for Harding. One more coming up. Martin, the leading scorer right now for the Bison. That one's off the mark, Dunn with the rebound. So Micah Spate with it, a little bit of a full court press being shown here by Harding. Dunn breaks it, gets it up to Johnson. And they'll get it back to Spate, and SNU will set up. It's like a 2-3 zone right now by Harding, excuse me. And that one's tipped and taken away. Starkey wanted a call, said he got hit on the elbow. West's going to take it, lays it up, blows the layup, and rebound to Spate. Spate going to go to Johnson. Johnson going to drive right down the middle. Beautiful pass to Starkey, who slams it home. So back the other way come the Bison. Martin with it. Martin gets it out to Long. Long gonna drive, kicks. Horn in the corner for 3. Off the mark, Spate rises and pulls the rebound down, and SNU can get this lead over 20. They're gonna go in the corner for Dunn. Dunn gonna go inside to Starkey. Starkey turn around, good. 21-point lead for SNU. It's a 14-1 run as they lead 58-37. West with it on the other end at the wing. They'll go inside to Martin. Martin brings it back out with Spate defending. Martin almost taken away there by Micah Spate. He gets a hand on it. And that'll bring Reggie Anthony back into the game, as well as Gojko Djokovic. So Djokovic from Serbia back into the game. Martin set to inbound, right in front of his bench. And they get it back to the top of the arc for West. West going to come off a screen, looking to drive. Kicks it out to Anthony. Tough mid-range jumper off the mark, no good. Starkey with the rebound. Spate gets it, and back forward comes SNU. Spate gets it over half court. Crowd trying to urge on the Bison here as they have a huge deficit. Dunn with it. Dunn thought about the 3, passes on it. 2-3 zone. Alley! Oh, and a foul there on Long. Dunn was going to go up and looked like he was going to slam it. He skied for that one, and Long just got in his way and fouled him. That would have brought the roof down if Dunn could have got that and slammed it. Dunn a little slow up. Appears to be okay, though. Spade has 4 assists, also 9 rebounds right now, and 9 points. He's told me a few times, trying to be like Brody over in OKC, like Russell Westbrook. He's going to get one of these triple-doubles one day. He can get a few more assists this half. It's a possibility. Dunn knocks both free throws down, and it's 60-37 SNU. Long with it. Long going to come off a screen from Djokovic. They'll go inside to Djokovic, who lays it in. First field goal of this half for Harding. Zach Johnson brings it forward. Johnson with it. Johnson gonna drive, spins, looking for Newton, almost taken away. Newton gets it though. Newton almost has it taken away. He somehow keeps it though. Not sure how. Dunn comes off a screen. That one not taken away still. It's a scramble on the floor. Johnson's got to get a shot up. And we get a timeout, I believe, on the floor. A 30-second by SNU with 1 second on the shot clock. Harding had about 3 steals on that possession alone, just couldn't pick the ball up. Yeah, I think SNU is going to set something up here. You're going to see Logan Hicks get ready to check into the game. $60-39 your score, 12:33 to play in this game. SNU shooting 50% now from the field. Harding only 30%. As their numbers have dipped mightily here in the second half. And this is the kind of response you were hoping to see from SNU after getting upset on Thursday night in Russellville. So Spate's going to get set to inbound here. We'll have to get it in pretty quickly, and the shot will have to go up pretty quickly. So Spate to inbound. To Starkey, long 2. Off the mark. West pulls the rebound down. West tries to send it to Djokovic, almost taken away. Djokovic backs down, tough shot, off the mark. Newton flies in for the rebound. Dunn with it. Dunn to Newton. Gets it to Hicks. Hicks back to Dunn, top of the arc. Dunn going to come off a screen from Newton. He's going to take a long 3-pointer. Front iron, no good. Roth pulls it down. Roth looking to run. Roth runs over Spate. No call either way. Martin's going to be open for 3. Off the mark, no good. Always surprising sometimes when you see that and there's not a call one way or another. You think it's got to be at least some sort of block or charge, but keeps the game going. I'll give him that. Dunn at the wing. Going to go inside to Starkey. Djokovic knocks it away. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. 11:38 to play in this contest. Southern Nazarene leading Hardin 60-39.
When a customer is on the fence about buying a car, we should
Give him a hug.
No. Next.
Hand hug? Full frontal?
No. Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade them?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 1950.
$11:38 to play here in the second half. SNU leading 60-39. Set to inbound from the baseline. It'll be Micah Spate set to throw it in. As we said, we're kind of on a little bit of a triple-double watch possibly for Spate. Well, the leader in the GAC in assists. Hicks is going to take the inbounds and miss short on the mid-range jumper. Djokovic with the rebound. RJ Palmer is back into the game as well. Martin going to drive and kick, and it's taken away by Hicks. Hicks going to go ahead to Charles, and that's taken away by Roth. And then taken back away by Dunn. Dunn to Charles, and the foul. And back into the game comes Divic. And Ashton Charles is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Charles, 3 points so far today. 1 of 2 from the field, his first free throws. First one's up and off the mark. So Divic back into the game, as well as Long, who has still not scored so far yet. Anthony and Djokovic to the bench. I imagine we'll see J.P. Brandon again here pretty soon. Been a tough game for him. I think maybe try to get him now while Starkey's on the bench. Charles' second free throw falls. And SNU's lead back out to 22 here. 16 turnovers today for Harding. That has been part of the issue. West's going to drive, kicks. Martin drives. Martin, nice drive and finish. Martin has been the bright spot so far today for Harding. He's up to 14 now. And done. Nice save there by Spade, as it would have been a backcourt violation. Spade somehow jumped back and saved it without going backcourt. Hicks inbounds it to Charles. Gets it to Spade. Spade inside to R.J. Palmer. Palmer backs his man down, goes up. Oh, and just can't get the little hook shot to fall. It was a great move in the post. Just missed. Martin again has Palmer defending. Martin gonna drive and gets the foul and one. As we said, Martin, the bright spot today, he's up to 16 now, just went right at Palmer, forced contact and got the lay-in. For the first time today, we're gonna see Chris Stevens into the game. He's gonna check in for Jonathan Dunn. Stevens, a 6'4" junior guard out of Rowlett, Texas. Dunn checks out, 13 points so far tonight. SNU in a little bit of a drought here. No points in the last 4 minutes, as Martin has been the one, really the only one so far for Harding. Spade gonna go to Chris Stevens. Stevens gonna go to Ashton Charles over half court, and Charles draws the foul. And that one will be on Martin. Harding just trying to put a little bit of pressure here. Stevens set to inbound. Micah Spate with it. Roth harassing him. He gets by Roth, and he got bumped on the back and no call. Ball wasn't even touched. Should have been an easy foul. Instead, it's a turnover. Roth takes it, misses the layup, and then he gets called for the foul this time. And the foul's now starting to pick up here for Harding, 15th foul. Now over 4 minutes with no bucket here for SNU. Harding trying to increase the pressure, see if they can get a little run going to get back into this. Spate, double team, breaks it though. So he was trapped. And Micah gonna take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 9:52 to play, so we'll keep it here. SNU starting to cool off a little bit though, 22 of 48 now, 46% from the field. With the exception of Mr. Martin, it's still been a tough half for Harding. 14 of 45 from the field, 31%. SNU's 0 for their last 4. Noah Starkey is the leading scorer so far with 18 points in this game. Been kind of on the bench here for a little bit. You imagine we're going to be seeing him back into this contest pretty soon. Same lineups, I believe, on both sides. So Stevens set to inbound. And he'll get it to Micah Spade. Roth defending, he gets it over to Charles, top of the arc. Charles back to Spate. Spate gonna drive, kicks it back to Charles, and a late charge call. That's just not a good call. Micah had already stopped his momentum, but nonetheless, they call a charge. Johnson into the game as well as Dunn. Roth is going to bring it forward here for Harding. They'll get it to Divich. Divich will take a 3. airballs it. And it will go back over to SNU with 9.5 to play. Now we'll get it in to Stevens. Stevens to Zach Johnson. Johnson to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn going to come off a screen, goes to Stevens. They'll go to Johnson in the corner, over to RJ Palmer. Palmer, nice drive, and draws the foul. And so Palmer's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Palmer so far today, 4 points, 2 of 4 shooting on the day. As we said, he had a career high 21 points in his last contest against Tech. Starkey's going to get ready to check back into this game. Palmer's first free throw is good. Starkey going to check in for Palmer in a moment. Hale back into the game for the Bison. Second free throw from Palmer. That one is good, and the lead out to 19. Palmer heads to the bench. Starkey back into the game. As we said, Starkey's the one. He has been dominant today. 18 points thus far. They have had no answer for him. He's 7 of 12 from the field. Also has 6 rebounds to go with it. They'll go inside to Hale. Hale slips, and it's a steal for SNU. As he was on the ground, they surrounded him and got a piece of the ball. Dunn going to go to Zach Johnson. Johnson maintains, gets it to Charles. Goes to Dunn. Dunn thought about the 3 instead. Keeps it. Nice crossover. Now he'll take the 3. That's off the mark. Goes right to Starkey, though, who lays it in, and Starkey has 20. 4 steals also in this game for Dunn. As West will take it. West out the long. They'll get Martin open for a 3. He's off the mark. Starkey with the rebound. Starkey up to 8 boards now. Starkey hands it off to Stevens. He'll take a 3-pointer. It's good! Chris Stevens buries the tray. And it's the largest lead of the game for SNU at 24 points. Long kicks it to Martin. Martin going to drive. Divich will take an open 3, and he responds. Charles inbound. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson blows by his man. Kicks it to Dunn. Back to Johnson. And SNU sets the offense. They'll get it to Chris Stevens. Stevens to Dunn. Dunn, 3-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Hale gets it. Martin's on the run. Martin reverse layup off the mark, and Charles gets the rebound. And SNU has numbers. Stevens, Dunn, back to Stevens. Stevens drives, goes inside to Charles. Charles is fouled. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. 7:14 to play in this game. SNU leading Harding 68-47.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what is character, culture, and Christ? Creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go.
$7:14 to play in this contest. SNU leading Harding 68-47, and Ashton Charles is at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up, and it is good. Charles now up to 5 points in this contest. One more free throw coming up here in just a moment. Second free throw on the mark. And the lead out to 23. Bring it over to Hale. Goes back to Divich. He takes a three-pointer. It's on the mark again. Divich with his third three-pointer. He's up to 14 points. Lead remains at 20. Johnson with it. Johnson kicks it to Charles. Charles thought about a three. Instead, it's going to go inside to Starkey. They all converge on to Starkey, and at least Jonathan Dunn wide open. Can't get it to fall. Nice rebound, though, by Stevens, and then he throws it to nobody. Hale picks it up. They'll go out to Divich again. West this time for three. That one's good. 6 straight points for Harding. Just trying to get a little bit of momentum here. Back-to-back threes right on the mark. Dunn having another tough shooting night. Stevens with it. Stevens to Charles. Charles going to go inside to Starkey. Starkey goes up and gets the lay in the fall. Starkey up to 22 points now. Hale gets it out to Divich. Divich thought about the three. A little bit of a 2-3 zone now from SNU. We'll go cross court to Divich. Goes to Hale. Hale thought about the three. Drives instead. Will go in the corner. Divich gets it taken away. Jonathan Dunn's on the break. Dunn going to go up and draws the foul on the fast break. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. 5:50 to play in this contest. Well, it's looking good for SNU, and provided this result holds, they're going to go to 13-3 on the season and 6-2 in conference, with some really big games coming up, including the one on Thursday. First free throw from Dunn, short. Spate going to check into the game. Coleman Edwards waiting to check in as well. Zach Johnson checks out of the game. Nice couple of minutes there by Johnson. We're also going to see Mo Wilson set to check in. Dunn's second free throw is good. So Edwards and Wilson into the game. And Martin will bring it forward here. Look, it's been the same 5 for Harding here for a little bit. Divich gets it to Hale. Hale going to go inside to Martin. Almost taken away there, back out to Divich. West going to take a three with Wilson right in his face. The rebound comes down to Edwards. Coleman Edwards going to slow it up now. Gets it to Micah Spate. Spate, good pass inside to Starkey. He just couldn't catch it clean. And then it's a turnover on the other end by Harding. Anthony into the game. And Spate will bring it forward. Wilson with it. The freshman will hand it off to Edwards. Gets it to Stevens. Stevens drives, kicks. Wilson in the corner for three. It's good! Mo Wilson Jr., his first career points for SNU, and they lead by 23. And another steal, this time Micah Spate got a hand in there. I'll go to Edwards in the corner. Edwards off a screen. Edwards long two. It's good, Coleman Edwards! And the lead is 25. Divich, long three. No good. Long rebound comes to Martin. He goes right at Starkey. No good. And we get a late foul. It's going to put Martin back on the line. So Martin already at 17 points, looking to add to that total. First one's up and is good. Brandon Reeves into the game. You also got Alex Francis getting set to check back in. Divich checks out. And 14 points on the way out with 3 3-pointers. Martin's second free throw is good. And Martin going to check out the game, so the 2 leading scorers for Hardin are out. As they'll get it into Edwards. Edwards was looking to run. They'll get it to Mo Wilson. They'll get it up ahead to Spate. Spate looking to drive, kicks to Edwards. Edwards goes inside to Starkey. Starkey backs his man down, goes up, and gets it to fall. Noah Starkey, 24 points in this contest. It has been a terrific game for the senior, and it'll be a traveling violation on Harding. We're heading to our last timeout of the game. SNU leading Harding 80-55. Four minutes to play in this contest. Southern Nazarene 80, Harding 55. Mo Wilson going to get set to inbound. RJ Palmer's back into the game as well. I imagine that might be it for Noah Starkey tonight. 24 points and 8 boards to go with 5 blocks in this game. This was a pretty good-sized crowd here to start this game, and it has dwindled down quite a bit as SNU's lead has increased. Edwards gets it to Chris Stevens, top of the arc. Stevens to Micah Spate. Spate gonna come off a screen, spins, alley-oop! Oh my! Micah Spate to Chris Stevens. Francis on the other end, they're gonna move it around, almost taken away for a moment. That was Blackburn, and then it is taken away by Stevens. And Spate will bring it back forward. Spate. Gonna go over to Edwards. Edwards off a screen, goes RJ Palmer. I'll get him on a traveling call, shuffled his feet. Freddie Mulkey into the game as well as Logan Hicks. That should be the day for both Palmer and Spate. Imagine they're gonna finish the game with these 5 on the floor. 3:07 to play. It has been all Southern Nazarene. A bounce back win it's going to be for Southern Nazarene after that tough loss on Thursday. And a couple of the reserves in as well for Harding. Be Francis with it at the wing. It's going to be a 3-pointer from Blackburn. That's good. Nice little shot there. McCollier Blackburn. Logan Hicks will bring it forward. Harding going to back off. They've been kind of pressing most of the second half, and they're going to back off now. Chris Stevens with it. Stevens step back, gets it to Coleman Edwards, 3-pointer. It's good. Coleman Edwards for 3. He's got 5 points. 85-58. They're going to move it around Philippe Mejo. And Edwards almost came away with a steal. Blackburn comes up with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Blackburn tries to get it up over Mulkey and can't. Under 2 to play. Stevens with it. Stevens to Edwards. Edwards off a screen. Tries to go inside to Mulkey and it's taken away. The Meadow with the steal. Anthony going to drive. The only starter still in this game. He gets his own board and puts it in. And like we said for SNU, though, this is going to do it. This is going to be an emphatic win for SNU on the road. In a tough place to play. They're going to make it 7 in a row, or 6 in a row, excuse me. Mulkey going to take a 3 in the process. No good, and it's going to go out of bounds and stay SNU basketball, even though it went off the hands, obviously. A clear missed call there, but that is, at this point, really does not matter. We're going to have Noah Starkey on with us after this game goes final. As Harding trying to get a good shot. Pretty good defense here by SNU. Anthony with it with 5 seconds on the shot. Anthony drives. Tough shot, no good. Edwards pulls the rebound down. Shot clock and game clock are almost identical, just split seconds separating it. So you imagine Edwards is going to run this all the way down. Probably will not take a shot, more than likely. Down to 5-4, and they will hold. And it will be a shot clock violation technically. Actually, they went ahead and let it just run out, and that'll do it. SNU comes the Searcy and gets a dominant 85-60 win over the Bison. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have Noah Starkey coming your way, as well as head coach Adam Bohach here on the postgame show. Stick with us. Again, your final score, Southern Nazarene 85, Hardin 60. We'll have Noah Starkey coming our way shortly, but again, your final score: Southern Nazarene defeats Harding, 85-60. All SNU, especially in that second half where they outscored the Bison 41-24. As we mentioned, Noah Starkey, 24 points on the night, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks. We'll have him coming up, as you can see, in just a moment. We had Jonathan Dunn go for 14 points. Another tough shooting night for Jonathan, but he does so many other things. Gets 5 assists and 5 steals in this game. So a nice one from Jonathan Dunn on that defensive end and being able to get involved other ways. Micah Spate goes for 9 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. Zach Johnson was 7 points in the game. Ashton Charles was 6. RJ Palmer was 6. Chris Stevens was 5. Coleman Edwards with 5. Quaylen Newton with 4. Morris Wilson Jr., Mo Wilson, gets his first 3 points of his career on a 3-point basket. Logan Hicks adds 2. SNU shoots 30 of 60 from the field, exactly 50%. 8 of 23 from beyond the arc, 35%, and 17 of 23 at the charity stripe. On the other end, for Harding, 19 of 59 from the field, 32%. Really struggled in that second half where they only shot 25%. That SNU defense was excellent. 50% from behind the arc and 67% at the free throw line. The biggest thing, SNU forces Harding into 22 turnovers on the night. That was the difference maker, no doubt about it. Roman Martin leads the way for Harding. Really had a nice night, 6 of 12, 19 points, 8 rebounds on the game. Only Gabriel Divic was in double figures. He had 14 points on 3 made three-pointers. Everybody else, it was a struggle. The starting lineup only scores 13 points. So SNU did an excellent job really controlling that starting lineup. They do get 47 bench points because of it, but it was really an excellent, as we said, defensive effort from SNU. And you've got to think after the game they had on Thursday, Coach Adam Bohach has got to be very, very pleased with tonight's defensive effort. SNU out-rebounds Harding 39-37, 19-8 in assists. SNU a little bit higher on the turnover total, up to 14, a little bit higher than their usual, but as we said, forcing 22 in the process with 15 steals on the night. That'll be a difference maker. Don't go anywhere. We are waiting on Noah Starkey, and Noah Starkey will be joining us here in just a moment. We will also have head coach Adam Bohach, so post-game show is going to continue here in just a moment. So again, hang tight with us. Noah Starkey coming your way in just a moment. I hope in just a moment. Please in just a moment, because I want to go home. Nothing against you guys. This place is great, but I want to go home. Well, I hope I'm not bad luck over here. All right, show up.
Your record is wrong on the file I'm sending you. You can't really change it.
What's it say?
For some reason it's 12-4.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. We've already had too many of those.
Whenever you import it into stat grid, I'll send you guys a
Yeah.
change after, so I'll add the arena in.
No worries.
Yeah, we'll bring him to you. Yeah, sorry, man.
Yes, please.
There should be a box, a red box. It's not a red box.
go and shower or something? What are we doing? Come on, guys. What? What? Why are they so big? Again, fans, we're still waiting on Noah Starkey as well as Coach Bohotch. We will hopefully have them here in just a second so we can get wrapped up and obviously get on the road here in just a moment. But we will have those two coming here shortly. Again, your final score 85-60. SNU is victorious in impressive fashion, defeating Harding, getting back on track, going to 13-3 on the season and 6-2 in the GAC. So a great win for the Crimson Storm. We will have Noah coming up here in just a moment, as well as Coach Bohotch. Stay with us. Back here on the postgame show, hanging out with head coach Adam Bohach. Southern Nazarene just defeated Harding 85-60. Coach, congratulations on the win. Nice little bounce back win for you guys. I think the thing that stood out was the defensive effort tonight, especially in that second half. You guys forced 22 turnovers. It really just seemed to be active all game long on that end. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I thought it was. We were maybe connected a little better and played together better defensively. And helped one another and served one another, and it fit together better, and as a result, there were more stops.
Absolutely. You get a big game from Noah Starkey. You knew you wanted to feed him in the post all game long. Talk about his performance. He goes for 24 points, gets 8 boards, also comes with 5 blocks, kind of going back to that defensive end. Just talk about what he was able to do.
Yeah, I thought he was the difference, James. I mean, was the best player in the game today, just in terms of impact on the game. Defensively, everything kind of went toward him. They really drove us, and he was hard to score on at the rim, and then on the other end of the floor, the guys did a great job of getting him the ball, and he was strong with it. And most of his finishes, he was closer to the goal when he shot it than he was when he caught it. And I think he can do that all the time, not just some of the time. So that was encouraging to see.
We had the tough loss Thursday. You guys come back today. It just seemed like, I don't want to say it wasn't there Thursday, but it seemed like there was an energy and an effort. It just seemed like it was all just kind of clicking all game long. Just talk about, responding and coming out Saturday and as a coach seeing your team respond this way.
Yeah, we have high-character guys, James. There's no question. I didn't question how we would respond or if we would want to play well. That's never the question, but in this league and at this level, if you don't play well, you're not going to win,
right.
Especially on the road. So I think everybody in the whole league, if you ask, do you want to win, would raise their hand. Yes, we want to win. But there's things that have to happen, and we've been practicing better, and I'm really excited with the direction we're heading. We didn't see it on Thursday, and you saw flashes of it today, but if we will continue to practice the way we have since we got back from Christmas, our team will continue to get better.
And going into the next game, we know you've got a good one, Oklahoma Baptist, on the road in Shawnee on Bison Hill. We know this is an Oklahoma Baptist squad towards the top of the conference right now, at the top of the conference coming into today. I know this is going to be a tough match, but just talking about the excitement, a little bit of a rivalry game, obviously, but the excitement of being able to play in that type of game.
Yeah, I mean, they're super, James. We had the privilege of hosting them for the Classic to start the year, and then, have seen several of their films as we've played all the same people up to this point in the league. And, boy, they've gotten better. They've done a great job with that team, Coach has, to get them better. And so we will have to get better this week. To be ready to roll on Thursday. I know our guys will be looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to it as well. As we said, SNU is going to take on Oklahoma Baptist 7:30 for the men's game in Shawnee. If you're in the area, come on out. It will be a fun one to see for sure. If not, we'll have the live audio for you in that contest. Coach, again, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, James.
And fans, we're going to go ahead and close this broadcast. Again, Southern Nazarene takes the win over Harding 85-60. Join us for our next game Thursday, January 17th, as Southern Nazarene will take on Oklahoma Baptist. Those games at 5:30 and 7:30. Thank you again for joining us, and have a great rest of your night.